Come on in. It's Art Linkletter's house party. From CBS Television City in Hollywood, Art Linkletter's house party, presented by Lever Brothers Company, makers of Surf, the all-purpose detergent.
When things are really clean, they just have to smell clean, too. And if they don't, well, they aren't as clean as they should be. But you can depend on Surf. It gets things so clean they smell like sunshine. And that means they're clean, clear through.
And now here's the old surf rider himself, Art Linkletter.
Good morning, good afternoon. Well, it's a nice day out here in California, somewhere. We hope you're going to enjoy this next half hour. We have, as a special guest, the man with the most fabulous reputation for running hotels in the whole world, Mr. Conrad Hilton.
And now Art Linkletter presents today's special house party guest with an amazing success story.
One of my good friends here in Southern California is the internationally famous hotel man. I'd like you to meet him and know him in person as I do. Mr. Conrad Hilton, ladies and gentlemen. Conrad. Connie is known as a Texan, a fabulous Texan. And actually, if the truth is known, you are not from Texas originally at all, are you?
No, I'm not. I was born in New Mexico.
So let's give New Mexico credit for one of our big men here in the country today. And you are a big fellow. You're about 6...
6 feet 2.
Mm-hmm. You weigh about 185?
That's right. I do exactly.
That's surprised, huh? I used to work in circuses. Connie, everybody knows that your business is running hotels. Perhaps more hotels and bigger hotels and more interesting hotels than anybody else in the world. But I bet they don't know that you didn't start out to be a hotel man, did you?
No. I was born in a little town in New Mexico, and I wanted to become a banker.
A banker? Well, then, what switched you into the hotel business?
Well, I went down to buy a bank right after the war, 1919, in a little town in Cisco, Texas. And the banker had agreed to sell me this little small bank, and then he raised me $5,000. That made me mad, and I was staying at this hotel, and I happened to ask the hotel proprietor how much money he was making, and he told me he was making a lot of money. So I says, I'd like to buy your hotel. Here's where I don't become a banker, and I'm going to become a hotel man.
And that's what happened, and you certainly did. And then, of course, you went on, got other hotels in Texas, and about the time the Depression hit, how many hotels did you have?
Well, I think I had 8 hotels in Texas at that time.
Of course, you have 24 hotels throughout the world now, but you bought your first one in what town was it?
A little town called Cisco, Texas, called the Mobley Hotel.
By the way, where'd you get your money to buy this hotel?
Well, I had a little money. I had, as I recall, about $5,000, and I got $5,000 from my mother, and I met 2 friends, and they put in $5,000 each. And then I went over across the street to a bank, and I borrowed the rest of the money that I needed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What would you say was your first big break? It had something to do with a deathbed story, didn't it?
Oh, yes. Right after the war, I went up to see a young lady that I was quite fond of in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And her father was very ill at the time, and I went up to see him, and he turned to me and he said, Connie, if you'll go to Texas, you'll make your fortune. And he says, I'm not long for this world, but this is my advice to you. And so it impressed me so much that I started for Texas 2 days later.
And that